At some point in your life, you will most likely spend time in a hotel. For leisure travelers, hotels embody the most enjoyable and entertaining aspects of travel, a chance to indulge and get distracted from the cares of daily life. From the tallest hotel in the world to hotels where guests are greeted by giraffes, lodging is the most important aspect for any traveler. Some chose hotels similar to their homes while on business trips. Others chose hotels for adventure and other thrills. But no matter what the reason is, good hospitality requires a lot of effort.
Greetings to you and welcome to another edition of Bazaar. Speaking of a welcome, when you check into a hotel, it can make or break your trip. If you're on vacation or touring in general, your hotel experience is all about having fun and chilling out. If you're on a business trip, a decent hotel can make your stay a little more comfortable. This is what we're exploring in today's Bazaar, the hotel and hospitality industry, especially in Iran. Time to check in.
What is the hospitality industry anyway? It is a broad category of fields in the service industry. So in order to become more familiar with the hospitality industry, we decided to visit a hotel and see just how these services are offered and why they are important in the market. The Kapari Hotel is a 4-star eco-lodge, which is one of many hotels owned by the Parsian Group.
برای اولین بار بود که از کپر که نماد فقر بود تو منطقه تبدیل شده بود به نماد ثروت و یک هتل 4 ستاره از کپر ساخته شده بود. خیلی از آدم‌ها براشون جالب بود ببینن مگه میشه از کپر هتل ساخت، اونم هتل 4 ستاره. خیلی براشون جالب بود و از همه جای ایران می اومدن برای دیدن این هتل. و جالب اینه که توریست‌های زیادی رو به خودش جذب کرد از کشورهای سطح اول اروپا. میهمان میگفت من فکر میکنم این سازه داره با من صحبت میکنه، سازه بتونی نیست، سنگ و آجر و اینا نیست، همش الیاف درخت خرما و داز هست، از گیاه و درخت ساخته شده.
This eco-accommodation is located at one of the southernmost cities of Kerman province, called Qaleganj. It was first established in 2016. This hotel is modelled after old Kapari-style wooden huts, but with modern amenities. Traditionally speaking, Kapar is a historical temporary dwelling that was assembled by using palm trees and tamarisk. These huts are still being used today in certain parts of Kerman province.
سازه کپر به سازه توپ تو منطقه مشهور هسته. زمانی که ما این هتل رو ساختیم اکثر مردم بومی به این میگفتن هتل توپ، یعنی کسی اینو به عنوان هتل کپری یا هتل پارسیان نمیشناخت تو شهر. الان که تابلو رفته بالا همه میگن هتل پارسیان، ولی هنوز که هنوز تو تمام شهرستان‌های جنوبی به این هتل میگن هتل توپ، چون سازه کپری سازه گرد حالت توپ هسته و مسئله که برای این استفاده می شده از چوب درخت و خرما یک سری الیاف هستن که تناب هستن، از خود برگ داز اینا رو میریسن، حصیری هسته که از همین درخت داز بافته میشه، روی اینا کار میشه و یه سری برگ درخت داز هسته که خود این برگ زمانی روی سقف گذاشته میشه حالت یه چیزو داره، حالت یک ایزوگامو داره و آبو اجازه نمیده نفوذ کنه به پایین.
The place where this hotel is situated offers many natural attractions, such as stretching sand dunes for off-road adventures and an overlook of the stunning scenery from Takht Farzal, where forests are visible. If you happen to be a stargazer, at this hotel you will have clear skies for nighttime stargazing opportunities. It is a resort for those who love off-road and jutting into the dusty deserts of sand. The hotel itself is composed of 5 corridors, each with 6 kapar huts. The rooms are cozy and friendly with domed ceilings that offer contemporary comforts.
So, for those who enjoy getting out and being close to nature, ecotourism is probably the way to go. Iran has many spectacular natural features to visit. I've personally seen some of that. It'll literally blow your mind. For these sorts of trips, eco-lodges are widely available. Now, these places are usually small-scale accommodations and are managed by local folks. The structures usually reflect the characteristics of the culture and customs of the location.
With its 30 rooms, it provides lodging for over 60 guests. By staying here, guests can experience the local culture through traditional music and performances that are typically organized each night for entertainment during meal hours. The restaurant at this hotel offers delicious traditional foods of the region. It might be interesting to know that local handicrafts are also sold at this hotel and are highly popular among visitors.
ما اولین محصولاتی که برای صادرات فرستادیم برای ترکیه بود. یه نمایشگاه زده بود خود سازمان حمایت مال محصولات صنایع دستی بود. اولین بار که می‌خواستن صنایع حصیری رو حمایت کنن. بعد خیلی هم خوب از ما خرید کردن. برای استانبول بردن. اونجا یه نمایشگاه بزرگ زدن، محصولات صنایع حصیری ما رو بردن. مثلا اون یه سقف اندکی گذاشته بودن از هر روستایی، از هر جایی خرید کنن. ولی به نسبت اون سهمیه‌ای که بود مثلا از ما تقریبا 10 برابر خرید کردن. چون ما برای اولین بار بود تو منطقه. بعد یه نمایشگاه البته خودمون با واسطه تو عمان شرکت کردیم و
Its lobby design was inspired by museums and exhibits 5,000-year-old artifacts, the most famous of which being the clay horse, highlighting Iran as the first civilization to tame horses. The furniture of the lobby also follows the traditional theme of the Kapari styles and Kerman culture with colorful upholstery and cushions.
جالب زمانی که ما این هتل رو ساختیم هر بازدید کننده که می اومد و جذب می شد و پولش رو دوست داشت بسازه یه دونه از اینا رو از ما تقاضا میکرد، میگفت ما بگید که ما میتونیم تو باغمون از این داشته باشیم، از این سازه داشته باشیم. یا دوستانی بودن که ببینید این خودش یه شغل جالب رو برای مردم ایجاد کرده، هم برای اونایی که مساله رو تامین میکنه، از اون کسی که میره تو جنگلای داز برگ درخت رو میبره، از اون صنعتگری که داره این حصیر رو میبافه، تنابش رو میریسه، تا اون کسی که بنای این کار هسته، استاد این کار هسته که باید اینو ببافه و درست کنه و ببنده. همه اینا دارن منتفع میشن از بابت این قضیه، یعنی ایجاد شغل برای این دوستانم شده.
One of the most important functions of this hotel has been to provide employment in a region that struggles with poverty.
ما اولین کارگاهمون رو زدیم، خیلی خوشحال بودیم. 15 خانوار تو روستای سهرانی، هر 15 خانوار 15 نفر دارن حصیر تولید میکنن. برای همشون مهارت فنی حرفه‌ای گرفتیم. دقیقاً سال بعدش تو همون تایم که ما درخواست دادیم دوباره برای فنی حرفه‌ای که برای بچه‌ها مهارت فنی حرفه‌ای بگیریم، با خوشحالی نامه دادیم که ما تولید کننده‌مون شدن 200 نفر. بعد الان در حال حاضر حدود 1000 نفر تولید کننده حصیر داریم و الان دیگه 4 سال از اون موقع گذشته. بچه‌ها بسیار کاراشون با کیفیت شده. ما الان کار در حد صادرات داریم.
The handcrafted products from local crafters have become so popular that the business grew.
صنایع دستی، حصیر بافی و حالا هر نوع صنایع دستی، سوزندوزی تا حصیر بافی. محصولات منطقه ما همه پیش و داز و حصیر و همه چیزونه. قبلا حصیرونشون بافته مثل حصیرون که روی هتل کپری داره. هر دونه حصیل مثلا 20 تومن 15 تومن خریداره بود. ولی حالا لطف خدا خیر بده که یه بنیاد علوی که یعنی کلگن زده بود، این محصولات منطقه ما شکر خدا یکم رو نگرفته.
همین بچه‌هایی که فقط یه حصیر زیرانداز تولید می‌کردن، الان ما نزدیکی به فکر می‌کنم 70-80 نوع محصول داشته باشیم. دیگه هیچ کس حصیر زیرانداز تولید نمی‌کنه. نه، الان دیگه براشون نمی‌صرفه.
Iran is without a doubt one of the most geographically and topographically diverse countries in the world. Get this, you can actually ski in the north, swim in the warm Persian Gulf waters in the south, walk up mountainous forests near the Caspian Sea, or enjoy desert dunes, all in the same season. Plus, Iran is ranked as 10th among countries in the world in a number of UNESCO sites. Also, Iranians have a deeply embedded culture of hospitality, and they are proud of their cultural heritage. There is a lot to see and so much potential for the hospitality industry. All that being said, that's why I'm still living here.
Tourism in Iran can be broken down into a few segments. First, we have the medical tourists, who visit Iran not just for leisure, but also to take advantage of Iran's excellent medical services and facilities. Iran has been rapidly investing in its healthcare infrastructure to satisfy growing demands. Iran's pocket-friendly medical tourism rakes in $1.2 billion annually. Then we have general leisure and business tourists. Now these tourists can both be national and international. Iran is hoping to attract more international tourists in the coming years. In general, Iran can potentially host 40 to 50 million tourists each year. According to the government's 2025 vision plan, the number of foreign tourists should reach 20 million per year, with estimated revenue of $30 billion annually. The government and politicians are determined to adopt encouraging policies that would help facilitate both domestic and foreign investment in the tourism sector. Iran has been seen as one of the top destinations for religious tourism across the globe. Mashhad and Qom are Iran's two popular religious cities that attract Muslim tourists each year. Iran receives nearly 1.8 million tourists just from Iraq annually. There are many more tourists from countries in the region, such as Oman and Kuwait. Iran has the advantage of being an all-natural halal destination, a feature that is uniquely attractive to Muslim travelers.
In 2019, around 8 million tourists visited Iran. In 2018, Iran's travel and tourism sector grew and contributed nearly $9 billion to the economy, which can be seen as about 6.5% of GDP for that year. Many believe that the tourism industry is capable of generating more income than the oil industry. Iran has been moving away from reliance on oil revenues in order to diversify its economy. But the country's hospitality industry faces many challenges. For one, there is the current coronavirus pandemic. When is it going to go away?
The coronavirus has been wreaking havoc on the tourism and hospitality industries of the world. This has been devastating to many countries' economies, such as Maldives, who rely on tourism as a main source of foreign revenue. It hasn't been an easy time for Iran either. As explained by the president of Iranian Hoteliers Association, the collective financial loss for hotels across the country was estimated at $330 million because of the COVID-19 outbreak. Holidays and weekends are usually the biggest money-making periods for hotels and hospitality sectors. But this year, the country was grappling with the containment of the coronavirus.
But many analysts say that the impact of coronavirus will be temporary, and industries such as this one will recover over time. That might be easier said than done though, but it is likely in the case of the hospitality sector of Iran, considering its multi-billion-dollar economical contribution over the years. But quite honestly, COVID-19 hasn't been the only challenge facing this sector.
In 2016, the cruel economic sanctions against Iran were being lifted, and industry actors felt a bit of relief. The hospitality industry officials and related trades all began planning for the future potentials of this industry and preparing to welcome a large influx of tourism. But the sanctions against Iran were reimposed by the Trump administration in 2018. Tourism is not directly sanctioned, but it does feel the indirect impacts. However, Iran's tourism industry has been growing regardless, and last year, the number of visitors to Iran grew by 52% compared to 2018. Also, the tourism industry generated $11.8 billion of revenue for the country in 2019. It might be interesting to know that low costs of travel packages and Iran's numerous archaeological sites were key to attracting more foreign tourists to the country.
You know, I really hope that all of you get to visit Iran someday, and I'll be taking you around. But before that, my good colleague will be taking us somewhere right now, this moment. Let's go.
Glass has changed the world like no other substance, but people usually overlook it. Without glass, the world would be unrecognizable. It's in the eyeglasses on your face, the light bulbs in your room, and the window that lets you see outside. Glass has shaped the world more than any other substance, and in many sneaky ways, it's the defining material of a human era.
Here we see the production line, which starts with a base of silica, sodium carbonate, and lime. These powders are then mixed and placed into a kiln where they are heated to 1,600 degrees Celsius. Once melted, they are passed onto a conveyor belt where they are equally distributed and molded 2 at a time at 10 different stations, as you can see behind me.
Modern glass container factories are comprised of 3-part operations: the batch house, the hot end, and the cold end. The batch house handles the raw materials required to make glass. The hot end handles the molten glass, forming machines, and annealing ovens, while the cold end handles the product inspection and packaging equipment.
ما تونستیم الحمدلله با تکیه بر جوانهای تحصیل کرده. بیشتر نفراتی که من اینجا دارم همشون فوق لیسانس و دانشجوی دکترا هستن، همه هم جوان، و با تکیه بر این افراد واقعیتش ما تونستیم شیشه سبک تولید کنیم که اصطلاحاً بهش میگن شیشه لایت یا سوپر لایت. و این شیشه سبک از یک تکنولوژی استفاده میکنه به نام NNPB نرو نک پرسنت بلو، و این دانش فنی رو بیشتر کشورها ندارن. الحمدلله ما تونستیم بهش دست پیدا بکنیم و با همین قضیه شیشه هایی رو تولید کنیم که از نظر مثلا یه شیشه 250 سی سی حدود 140-50 گرمه، یه پت یا پی ای تی هم که شما 250 سی سی باشه میبینید در همون وزنه. یعنی ما تونستیم شیشه ای رو تولید کنیم که از نظر وزنی بتونه رقابت کنه با پی ای تی، که این هم روی تعداد محصولاتی رو که ما ارسال میکنیم برای کشورهای هدفمون مقرون به صرفه هست، یعنی تعداد بیشتری رو در یک کانتینر چیز میکنه، و همین که خیلی زیباست و خیلی سبکه. این و اینها مزیت و همچنین مقاومه، یعنی این شیشه در عینی که سبک هست مقاوم هست. این دانش رو واقعیتش ما تونستیم بومی کنیم، الان در اختیار خودمون هست. کشورهای اروپایی این دانش رو به صورت نوها به ما در اصل ندادند، یعنی با اینکه ازشون هم خواهش کردیم اما ندادن. شرکت‌های مثل سنگومن، شرکت‌های مثل آی او بهش میگن ایلینویز اصطلاحاً، این شرکت‌ها به واسطه تحریم که بودیم این دانش و این تکنولوژی رو در اختیار ما قرار ندادن، اما ما تونستیم اینو بومی کنیم و همکنون داریم شیشه‌های سبک تولید کنیم و همین باعث مزیت ما در منطقه شد، به طوری که ما 3 سال پشت سر هم صادر کننده نمونه شیشه‌های لایت شدیم و عراق بیشتر محصولات عراق رو الان ما تامین می‌کنیم، طوری که رقبای قوی مثل ترکیه، اردن و عربستان داریم، اما تونستیم بازار خیلی خوبی رو تو منطقه داشته باشیم. به ارمنستان صادر می‌کنیم، به ترکمنستان صادر می‌کنیم و انشالله که پروژه هامون رو اندازی بشه قطعاً در این 15 تا کشوری که همسایه ما هستن قطعاً ورود خواهیم کرد.
Glass quality can vary greatly from process to process. What appears simple on the outside is much more dynamic and complex on the inside. It is therefore crucial that particular attention is paid at quality control. Variabilities like light weighting, angles, slope, finishes, color, and volume all play a role in the quality of the product. In order to limit this variability, quality control steps in to test the durability of the raw materials before they are prepared to enter the hot end.
واحد کنترل کیفی علاوه بر کنترل ورودی مواد اولیه بحث کنترل فرآیندی هم داره. یعنی از زمانی که عملیات میکسینگ انجام میشه و مذاب شیشه جاری میشه و فرم‌دهی انجام میشه، از اون به بعد واحد کنترل کیفی موظفه که در طول فرآیند نیز تمام پارامترهای کنترلی رو چک کنه و طبق استاندارد 1409 تمام شیشه ها کنترل میشن، هم به صورت چک های ظاهری توی قد و هم توسط دستگاهایی که به طور روتین دستگاه‌های مولتی و امکال هستن که به طور روتین تمام شیشه ها رو مورد تست قرار میدن که اگر مورد و عیبی در توش داشته باشن، چه از نظر ظاهری چه از نظر ابعادی، در تمام قسمت‌های شیشه مورد دیتکت قرار میگیره و اگر خراب باشن ریجکت میشن و دوباره به چرخه تولید برمیگردن.
As with all highly concentrated industries, glassworks suffer from moderately high local environmental impacts. To help ease this burden, recycling has proven to play a key role in subsiding their ecological footprint. By ensuring that even damaged goods are reworked into the production line again, waste generation is greatly reduced. Melting down used glass uses less energy than melting down the primary raw materials. The higher the proportion of used glass, the greater the energy savings. For every 10% of recycled glass that is used, 3% of the energy and 7% of the CO2 emissions are saved.
Once the glass has been molded, they are sent onto another conveyor belt where they are cooled and set for inspection. Here the bottles are inspected by both machine and human to ensure that the highest quality control standards are met. Any bottles with deformities are then recycled and passed back onto the production line again.
Thank you for that wonderful adventure. Great stuff. Well, there has been a lot happening in the travel and hotel industry during the coronavirus outbreak recently. Let's take a look at a few recent trends in the news. COVID-19 has no doubt hit the tourism industry hard. Many hotels and businesses had no other choice but to display their closed signs in order to help contain the virus. The first month of spring is considered the high season for traveling in Iran, and it is a time when many businesses begin the new year on a strong financial note. But this particular spring, sadly, was very different.
The coronavirus epidemic has posed many threats to the daily lives of people worldwide. Travelers are particularly affected, as are the livelihoods of those working in tourism and hoteling. This was especially true for the island resort of Kish, where it is a popular holiday destination for many during the spring holiday season in Iran. Tourism is crucial to the island's economy, not only for its hotels, but because of its free trade zone status. Kish has realized losses of $94 million during the coronavirus pandemic so far.
Across the globe, traveling came to an unprecedented halt. Flights were grounded and borders were closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This left many travelers stranded away from their home countries. But it also meant that for an indefinite period, national and international travel and tourism would be out of the question.
There are a number of Iranians who have been stranded in Spain and Qatar, among other countries. Spain began to ground many flights early in March this year, as confirmed COVID-19 cases began to pile up. Austria also has a number of Iranian students and residents who are stranded and want to return home. So in order to return Iranians who have been stuck in these countries, Iran's airline carrier, Iran Air, has scheduled special flights to Qatar, Spain, Italy and Austria. Many countries across the globe have provided such services for their nationals who have also been stranded abroad due to the COVID-19 outbreak.
As the COVID-19 pandemic keeps billions of people at home, global tourism has been undergoing immediate crisis. With governments locking their border gates and people around the world staying home to help reduce the spread of the deadly virus, businesses are getting creative to stay afloat. Iran has also proposed a first-of-its-kind plan in the country for its World Heritage sites.
Iran has 22 cultural heritage sites listed in UNESCO. These spots generally attract many tourists year-round, but with the COVID-19 outbreak, these sites are left largely empty. A plan called 11,000-kilometer trip at home, visiting World Heritage sites, was proposed. It was jointly created by the Information and Communication Technologies Ministry and Iran's Cultural Heritage, Handicrafts and Tourism Ministry. The plan offers a virtual tour of Iran's historical sites that are listed in UNESCO's World Heritage Sites.
Well, we have reached the end of today's Bazaar. Let us know what you think about this industry by leaving us a comment or sending us a message on our social media platform, Instagram. We would love to hear from you. Hopefully, we'll be traveling soon. I'm Samson Sees. See you in the next Bazaar.